Yo, YouTube, what's crack-a-lack-a-jack-a smacking? It's Wolfman for video. And I've never actually done a first impressions on NBA 2K16. I've kind of talked about it, and I've kind of talked it on the AO podcast. If you don't know about that, check out Agent Zero's channel. But I've never really talked about my thoughts fully detailed. And after playing this game for about 2-3 weeks now, I can finally give a kind of insight on what I like about the game or what I don't like about the game. And you know what? There's a lot of negative sides because from playing 2K15, which I thought was a good game, I thought it was a great game for 2K. And there were some things, you know, online where, you know, you could say it's kind of messed up or kind of unbalanced, like the shooting and stuff like that. But still, it was a game that it let you control the game. You know, you had full control of the game. I thought it was great gameplay. And honestly, all they had to do to change like all the shooting stuff was just adjust some sliders, and that was it. But other than that, that game was pretty solid overall. Now this game, I have to say the gameplay in this game, I am not happy about it so far, man. I mean, there's too many missed dunks and there's so many blocks. I mean, you could have a 25 block rating and have 4 blocks in the game. I'm a shooting guard, and in Pro-Am games, I'm having a lot of blocks. I mean, people are blocking me when I'm going into the paint. No fouls are being called. There's not enough fouls, by the way. And it's just frustrating to see this, and the foul calls are ridiculous, man. I mean, you go in the paint, there's like 3 people there, and there's no fouls. And the consistency is just not there, man. The calls are just so inconsistent. The referees, they don't know what they're doing. Everything, this is unbelievable. Then there's moving screens being called. I mean, the moving screens are also ridiculous. I just wish they removed that feature from the game, because even though it is realistic to have moving screens in the game, I think it just happens too frequently. I mean, I don't even set picks in my career anymore because I think it's going to be a moving screen when sometimes it really isn't. Sometimes it kind of is and kind of not is, but sometimes it really isn't a moving screen. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck Scott. Fuck setting those screens, man. Excuse me for the language, but forget setting screens. That's why I'm done setting screens in my career. And there's a lot of missed open shots when you're wide open. I missed a lot of shots in my career. And that's another thing which I'll point you out later. The attributes in this game are ridiculous, especially for my career characters. But, you know, shots are being missed, man. I mean, they're open shots being missed. This year, there's going to be there's less excellent releases this year. I don't know why. They keep on changing it. One year, you can get excellent releases, but you'll have some shots missed. Another year, it's, you know, you get excellent releases, you know, a good amount. You might get a good amount. And if it's an excellent release, it goes in 100%. And this year, excellent releases are extremely rare. And if they go in, they go 100% again. I don't know why they keep on changing it. They might as well keep it the same every year and stop changing it so we don't have to adjust our gameplay and adjust the way we know 2K as it is. I mean, there's no reason to change the controls or the way the game is played. I mean, unless some categories here, but other than that, keep the game the same. If there's nothing to change, what is that saying again? If it's good, then don't change the damn thing. I don't know. I forgot what the saying is. It's probably gonna come back to me at the end of this video. But yeah, and the slow animations are ridiculous. There's so many slow dunk animations that lead to block dunks and missed dunks. Like, why is there so many missed dunks in this game? People in real life don't miss dunks every game like that. Yeah, they miss dunks. Rarely they miss dunks. It happens. We saw Maurice Spates miss a dunk last year in the playoffs. But they don't miss dunks every freaking game. Every freaking game, I miss at least one dunk, man. One dunk, whether it's a contact dunk, whether it's a wide open dunk and someone's trying to chase me down. It's just one dunk is always missed. It's just ridiculous. The slow animations, the unnecessary animations, you know, taking a layup when you're right near the basket and your player is just doing a reverse layup for no reason. It just doesn't make any sense. The inaccurate attributes. Now, let's talk about the attributes. I've been looking through the, you know, the attributes, the rosters, and some of them are, they're just inaccurate. It just there's no consistency. It doesn't make any sense. Rudy Gay, Paul George, Gordon Hayward, and Kawhi Leonard all have better shooting stats than Carmelo Anthony. So what is the point of using Carmelo Anthony in this game? He's supposed to be a scorer, and yet we can't use his shooting. But if you watch the preseason in the NBA right now, and I'm not referring to last year because Carmelo barely played last year, and he still had 21 points a game. But looking at the preseason, he's taking a lot of his shots mid-range, and he's finishing at the basket. He's shooting a pretty good percentage from 3-point. Not saying elite shooting at 3-point, but he's still shooting a pretty good percentage. Yeah, he has a 76 3-pointer and an 84 mid-range. Like, why does Kawhi Leonard have a higher mid-range than Carmelo? And then Chris Paul has a 95 mid-range, and then Stephen Curry has the same mid-range as Carmelo. Stephen Curry should have a higher mid-range than Carmelo, and Chris Paul should not be 11 points higher in the mid-range category than Stephen Curry. Oh hell no. I know 2K they must have went lazy on these rosters, or they must have hired a crackhead, because there ain't no way these rosters ratings are making any sense. Now there's one thing to notice about the ratings in this game is that there's less rebounders, or there's less big men with rebounding over 80s this year. And there's rarely, you rarely see a big man have 80 rebounding and 80 offensive rebounding. You know, 80 defensive rebounding and 80 offensive rebounding. That's very rare this year. There's only a few you know, big men that have that, and I think Andre Drummond has the best of that package, because he has like a 92 offensive rebounding and a 90 something defensive rebounding. So he has the best out of that. That's from what I've seen. So yeah, it's definitely you already know my career is ridiculous, because you can't even make, you know, you're gonna make an average player at best. You're gonna get killed in some of my career games, and it just makes Pro-Am playing much harder, because also the big men in Pro-Am are just ridiculous. They dunk on anybody. It seems like there's a lot of just people just dunking on right in their paint, and they're not getting blocked. You can't stop them. They're getting every rebound. They're dunking. It's crazy, man. I mean, Pro-Am, and let's talk about Pro-Am real quick. There's only one jersey option, so if two teams have the white jersey option, then it's gonna be a confusion on the court. The stats don't record right, and there's no VC gain sometimes. Sometimes if you win, you get no VC, and apparently sometimes if you lose, or if you do lose, you get VC. It makes no sense, man. This game needs a patch. I know they just released the patch, and the Xbox One just got the patch. You slow ass Xbox One people. But this game needs another patch, man. It's ridiculous. And then my team, you know the glitches in my team, you know the server errors and all that stuff. And you know, even Chris Move isn't playing my team right now, because he's waiting for the next patch, because it's unplayable for him. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. This game, I don't feel like I have control over this game, man. I honestly prefer the gameplay in 2K15. But leave your thoughts in the comment sections. Tell me what you like and don't like, and I'm out for now, YouTube. Peace.